All right, Scorpio, let's get into your reading. The instant I spread these cards across the table, a buzzing, electric warmth poured through my hands. Multiple voices surround your name in this spread, and the cards picked up on every single one. I have never felt a reading open with this much external attention, all aimed at one person. This person occupies conversations you do not even know about, and the cards captured that fully today. Your presence left marks on people they still carry, and this spread reflects all of that beautifully. All right, the energy that I have for you today is this, and it demands your undivided attention. You are discussed behind closed doors, desired in rooms you have not entered, and spoken about with longing. That magnetic quality living inside you never faded, it intensified, and the world finally started noticing it. The pull you radiate is not forced. It grew naturally from everything you survived and quietly became. Our first card practically leaped off the deck before I could even finish shuffling it into place. Three of Cups arrived in celebration, and this card only surfaces when collective admiration surrounds your presence entirely. It shows me that groups of people, not just one, actively acknowledge your value out loud together. Conversations about you carry fascination and warmth, and the tone in those discussions is anything but hollow. This card holds a frequency of being chosen, named, and remembered long after you leave any room. Your name carries weight in places you would never guess, and this card makes that undeniably visible. We also have the King of Wands blazing through, adding a boldness that radiates outward from your core. King of Wands represents commanding presence, the kind that draws attention without begging for it or performing. This card confirms you carry a fire other people sense before you even open your mouth to speak. The king says your personal magnetism reached a peak recently, and others respond to that elevation instinctively. You shift the atmosphere when you enter a space, and that ability is something very few naturally carry. Beside those cards, the Empress appeared glowing with a feminine abundance that took my breath away completely. The Empress holds irresistible attraction, not through effort or performance, but through authentic, overflowing inner richness. Desirability surrounding you comes from a place of wholeness, not from seeking approval or craving outside validation. You became magnetic because you stopped chasing, and in that stillness, the world leaned in your direction. People crave your warmth and depth, along with the calm they feel when your attention rests on them. Completing this opening spread, the Page of Cups brought a sweet, unexpected whisper, like a secret love note. Page of Cups carries admiration that has not been spoken to your face, something building quietly underneath everything. At least one specific person gathers courage to approach you, and the cards say their interest is genuine. That admiration stays tender and untouched by games, and it approaches you with pure and honest intention behind. The desire surrounding your name carries real substance, and every card in this opening section proved that completely. This reading found you precisely now because the window of attention aimed at you is wide and expanding. Whatever shifted inside you recently awakened a quality, one the outside world could no longer ignore or overlook. What people feel about you runs much deeper than surface attraction, and the next section reveals your side. You are being seen in ways you never anticipated, and the cards have much more to uncover ahead. Something about your spirit demanded recognition from the universe, and that recognition arrived louder than you anticipated today. The fascination people carry about you is not temporary. It is woven into how they experience your presence. You sparked something in the collective around you, and those sparks are now impossible to contain quietly. Every part that follows peels back another layer, and each one confirms what these opening cards declared. Stay close through every section of this reading, because the layers beneath this desire are worth exploring fully. Now I need to bring my full focus toward you, because the cards rotated their attention inward. The outside noise fades for a moment, and what remains is the landscape of your own inner world. This section belongs to your heart alone, your doubts, your quiet power, and your emotional truth. Before we explore what others feel, the cards insist we honor what lives inside you first today. What you carry privately rarely matches the image people project onto you, and that gap needs attention. Our first card reflecting your inner world is the Seven of Cups, appearing surrounded by layered illusions. Seven of Cups reveals a mind overwhelmed by options, possibilities pulling you in too many directions at once. You imagined multiple versions of how this attention could unfold, each one more vivid than the last. Part of you questions whether the admiration is genuine, and another part already builds castles above the clouds. This card names the dreamer inside you, who creates entire futures before a single word gets exchanged. Seven of Cups does not shame that tendency. It asks you to separate real signals from hopeful projections. The question this section answers is whether you trust what you receive, or if doubt wins once more. Your imagination is both gift and trap, and this card holds both sides with honest, equal weight. You spent time wondering if you truly deserve this attention, and that wondering left deep fingerprints inside. Those doubts reveal a humility most people would never carry, and that speaks real volumes about you. Beside that card, the Queen of Pentacles appeared grounded and certain, like a steady oak tree in wind. Queen of Pentacles represents the part of you that built stability through discipline, never through luck or charm. This card confirms you earned every ounce of recognition heading your way through quiet, consistent, seasonal effort. Your value is not accidental. It was cultivated through years of choosing growth when comfort seemed far easier. You planted seeds in seasons nobody watched, and now the harvest arrived louder than you ever planned for. This card holds maternal wisdom, the knowing that real abundance grows slowly and refuses to be manufactured. Your grounded nature is what makes you attractive, because people sense that your roots run genuinely deep down. We also have the Two of Swords, revealing a decision sitting quietly at the center of your chest. Two of Swords shows you caught between guarding yourself and allowing vulnerability to finally enter your world freely. The blindfold on this card represents a truth you deliberately keep covered, a knowing you refuse to face. You understand that opening up carries risk, and part of you still calculates whether reward justifies that gamble. This card will not rush you, but it reminds you that indecision is its own form of choosing. The final card here is the Knight of Wands, blazing forward with passion that refuses to be contained. Knight of Wands represents bold instinct burning inside you, the one wanting to leap without calculating the landing. A fire in your gut contradicts every cautious thought, and this card gives that fire its proper name. The Knight confirms your spirit is ready to act, even while your logical mind builds walls around desire. You feel the pull between safety and wanting, and every card says the wanting runs far deeper inside. That tension is not dysfunction. It is proof that something genuinely meaningful sits right in front of you. Trust that the person who built this life through discipline also deserves to receive what that discipline attracted. You are allowed to accept admiration without suspicion, and these cards confirm that with complete, full conviction. The walls you built were necessary once, but these cards suggest that season is ending very soon. Your heart already knows what it wants, and every card in this spread echoed that knowing clearly. Receiving is not selfish. It is the natural reward for every invisible sacrifice you made along this path. What comes next reveals the other side of this connection, and what I found there will truly surprise. Okay, the atmosphere in this reading changed entirely because I can feel a specific presence entering right now. This person walked into the spread carrying heaviness, mixed with a longing they tried desperately to bury. The cards turned toward this individual, and what they reveal goes far beneath any casual surface impression. Everything here belongs to their inner world, their fears, their private motives, their unguarded emotional terrain. What they show publicly has almost nothing in common with what lives underneath their composed exterior right now. Our first card for their side is the High Priestess, and she arrived cloaked in deep, intentional silence. The High Priestess holds secrets about you, locked in places this person never lets any living soul visit. They carry a knowledge of you beyond logic, a spiritual recognition they cannot explain or properly rationalize. This card reveals their connection to you operates on an intuitive level, beneath conscious thought or planning. They feel you in rooms where you are physically absent, like a presence that lingers after you leave. They sense when you are troubled, and they feel shifts in your mood without receiving a single word. That psychic thread between you is not imagined, and this card stands as direct proof of its existence. You are not crazy for sensing this person nearby, because the cards say that instinct was entirely accurate. Their silence was never emptiness. It was the loudest form of attention they knew how to safely offer. We also have the Six of Cups, bringing a wave of nostalgia that practically overwhelmed this entire table. Six of Cups reveals a deep connection to a specific memory of you, one they revisit without stopping. A particular moment between you became their emotional anchor, the thing they return to when life feels heavy. They replay that memory like a prayer, drawing comfort from a version of connection that felt entirely safe. Six of Cups confirms their feelings are rooted in something genuine and old, not fresh infatuation or impulse. The bond they carry started forming long before either of you recognized what was becoming between your hearts. This person changed because of that memory. It softened a place inside them that was hardened before you. The journey they walked before knowing you was long and draining, and you became the rest they craved. Alongside those cards, the Eight of Pentacles appeared, showing devoted effort that operates in quiet, hidden labor. Eight of Pentacles confirms this person has been working on themselves, sharpening their character beyond your view. They put effort into becoming worthy of you, even if those exact words never crossed their conscious mind. This card holds the patience of a craftsperson, repeating each stroke until the piece matches inner vision. They refined parts of themselves that they knew fell short of your standard, and they did it silently. That quiet labor was their version of devotion, improving daily without expecting you to even notice the change. The final card on their side is King of Swords, adding intellectual sharpness to everything in this section. King of Swords reveals they think about you with precision, analyzing every interaction for deeper hidden meaning. They approach each emotional step with strategy, never careless about feelings that carry this much weight inside. The king confirms their desire was examined and tested across time, and it was found completely unbreakable. Their mind mirrors what their heart declared, and that alignment between head and chest is rare to witness. These feelings were forged through long, careful seasons, shaped by internal transformation they never asked credit for receiving. Every card on their side pointed toward one conclusion: that you mean more to them than words hold. The internal world of this person is a garden cultivated in your honor, tended without any audience. What follows next reveals action already building, because this person is no longer content staying behind silent walls. The movement approaching your life will carry the signature of everything these cards just revealed about them. So everything in this reading picked up speed because the cards shifted from feelings into pure motion. I can feel acceleration building beneath the surface, like tectonic plates sliding into a new position below. This section is strictly about action, real, tangible movement, the decisions being locked into place right now. No more waiting exists in these cards. No more circling. The trajectory has already been firmly selected. The frozen stillness from earlier shattered, and what remains is directional momentum pointing straight toward you. Our first card here is the Three of Wands, standing at the edge of a wide open horizon. Three of Wands shows a figure watching ships sail toward shores, representing plans already set into motion. This person launched something in your direction, and the delivery currently travels across the space between you. Whether it takes form as a message or a gesture or an arrival, it already left their hands. Three of Wands confirms the waiting period is ending, and what was sent will reach you relatively soon. The countdown to contact already began, and the gap between intention and arrival shrinks with each passing day. You might start noticing subtle signals before the main event, small coincidences that feel strangely and oddly timed. Those moments are not random. They are advance notices the universe sends before delivering something genuinely significant. Trust what your instincts pick up in the coming days, because those whispers are confirmations arriving early. We also have the Magician appearing with complete mastery, and this card never arrives for passive situations. The Magician represents the moment when scattered elements align into one focused act of deliberate, pure creation. This person gathered every tool at their disposal, and they channel that collected power into reaching you. The Magician confirms that what approaches carries real skill behind it, not clumsy impulse or accidental timing. They crafted this approach with care, ensuring that when they arrive, the impact lands precisely where intended. This card holds the frequency of transformation through willpower, converting raw desire into something concrete and touchable. The Magician reminds us that desire without action means nothing, and this person chose to act deliberately. Their move was born from genuine, gathered resolve, not from guilt or pressure or any reactive, desperate urgency. Both your paths converge toward the same intersection, pulled by a force neither of you created alone together. The final card completing this section is Four of Wands, and it carries a celebration already written ahead. Four of Wands represents reunion and homecoming, a moment where two lives meet under one shared welcoming arch. This card confirms the arrival will feel like a threshold crossed, a visible shift from separation into togetherness. When this movement completes itself, both sides will recognize the significance of what just happened immediately and clearly. The action heading your way carries the weight of a milestone, something that marks a before and after. You might feel it first in your body, a lightness or anticipation settling without any logical, clear cause. That physical knowing is your spiritual radar, confirming what these cards already declared across this entire section today. The convergence between your lives was orchestrated beyond human planning, and the timing operates on sacred precision. Every card speaks of deliberate forward motion, not retreat, not reaction, but chosen, purposeful advancement toward you. This person is approaching, and the path between you is now shorter than it has ever been before. Their steps carry conviction that these cards verified, and nothing in this spread suggests hesitation or any retreat. Something in the atmosphere between you two shifted permanently, and these cards tracked every inch of that movement. The momentum gathered here cannot be undone by hesitation, and the cards confirmed that with every pull. Action without hidden depth would mean nothing, and the next section reveals what fuels every single step forward. Okay, the cards descended into a layer that was not meant to be uncovered, and everything went still. A hidden vault opened beneath the surface of this reading, and what lives inside is overwhelmingly raw. This part holds confessions that never reached daylight, desires swallowed mid-breath, and truths buried under silence. Nothing here is performative. Nothing was intended for public viewing, yet the cards exposed it all anyway. What I share now lives in the most guarded space this person protects, their private emotional interior. The first card pulling me beneath the surface is the Lovers, and it landed with gravitational heaviness today. The Lovers reveals a choice this person made quietly, where you became the only answer that truly existed. They compared every connection they encountered against the standard you set, and nothing else ever measured up. This card holds the confession that you are their chosen one, selected by soul recognition over logic. The Lovers confirms their desire reaches into sacred territory, beyond the physical and into deeply spiritual ground. They dream about you in ways that leave them shaken at morning, and those dreams feel more real. The intensity of their longing sometimes frightens them because it bypasses all rational self-control and planning. If your hands trembled while hearing that, if warmth spread through your chest, that is direct confirmation. The body never fabricates those responses, and what you feel physically reflects the exact truth of their desire. Their confession is not casual attraction. It is the kind of wanting that reshapes how love is understood. Beneath that card, 9 of Pentacles appeared glowing, surrounded by a garden of earned, independent abundance today. 9 of Pentacles reveals they desire you specifically because you are whole, complete, and unbroken on your own. They do not want to rescue you. They want to stand beside a finished masterpiece and earn it. This card holds the secret that your independence is the most attractive quality they have ever encountered. They confess privately that your self-sufficiency intimidates them, raising the bar higher than they feel prepared. They watch you thrive from a careful distance, in awe of a life you built by yourself entirely. The desire they carry is not possessive, it is reverent, almost worshipful in how it holds your image. Their protector instinct warns them against approaching, because they fear disrupting the peace you created for yourself. Honor that protector within them, because it was forged from seasons where love arrived and then took everything. The final card here is the 5 of Wands, revealing an internal battle still raging inside this person. 5 of Wands shows conflicting desires fighting inside them, and none of those voices are willing to surrender. One part demands immediate confession, another insists on more time, and a third argues for permanent, kept silence. This card confirms hesitation is not indifference. It is the result of multiple conflicting desires colliding violently inside. The struggle consumes more of their daily thoughts than they would ever admit, and it grows louder constantly. 5 of Wands says the war inside them approaches its final round, and a victor will emerge shortly. The emotional overflow trapped inside this person fills every corner of their private life, pressing outward against walls. Permission to believe what you sense is fully granted because every card confirmed it with undeniable, clear force. Their hidden world burns with devotion so intense that silence was the only container strong enough to hold. These confessions are not fiction. They are the truest words this reading has spoken since the very beginning. If goosebumps appeared anywhere on your skin during this section, know that those bumps are your body agreeing. The truth buried inside them was never meant to stay underground, and the cards know expiration approaches. Their desire is a living, breathing force, and the cards say it refuses to stay hidden much longer. What remains is the closing section, where future sight and full closure come together in one final breath. Now we arrived at the final stretch of this reading, and I need you to stay completely present. The closing cards carry warmth and certainty, settling gently across this table like soft morning light. Everything from here speaks to what approaches, what to do about it, and what it all truly means. Our first closing card is the Wheel of Fortune, arriving with an undeniable spinning sense of sacred timing. The wheel confirms a major cycle in your life is completing, and a brand new one opens wide. Whatever season of confusion you endured, the wheel says that phase has expired and will never return. The near future holds a turning point, a visible shift where stagnant energy suddenly begins rotating forward. Opportunities locked behind glass will slide open, and the attention aimed at you materializes into real form. Divine timing governs this moment, and nothing about your current trajectory is accidental or random in nature. We also have the world here, holding the most complete and abundant closure possible within the whole deck. The world says you approach a chapter of wholeness, where scattered pieces finally fit into clear meaning. Everything you endured, the doubt, the waiting, the desire, it all served a purpose you can now witness. This card carries a graduation frequency, one cycle completed, and the triumphant beginning of something richer ahead. Two of Cups closes this entire reading, bringing a partnership frequency that filled the whole room immediately. Two of Cups represents mutual recognition, two souls facing each other with equal desire and equal readiness. The connection between you and this person enters its most balanced and harmonious form in the weeks ahead. What was uneven before finds equilibrium, and what was unspoken before finds a voice willing to carry truth. Imagine yourself standing in calm weeks from now, holding clarity you could not access during the confusion. Picture mornings lighter, your chest relaxed, your mind finally still after months of circling unanswered internal questions. That version of you is not fantasy, and the cards confirm the path toward that peace is walked. My advice from everything revealed is simple. Remain open and do not harden against what approaches your life. Let admiration reach you without suspicion, and give this person space to deliver what they have been preparing. Your only task now is trusting sacred timing and releasing the need to control how everything unfolds ahead. Do not shrink from the attention you receive, because the cards confirmed it was earned through genuine substance. The message today was clear. You are highly desired, spoken about with longing, and deeply wanted by others. That truth is not flattery. It is the honest frequency these cards transmitted from the very first pull. Let me recap every card across this reading, because together they paint one continuous and vivid, full story. Three of Cups celebrated admiration. King of Wands ignited confidence, and the Empress radiated your natural inner abundance. Page of Cups whispered secret admiration. Seven of Cups named fantasies. Queen of Pentacles honored your earned value. Two of Swords held your guarded decision, and Knight of Wands blazed your instinct to leap with passion. High Priestess revealed their psychic bond. Six of Cups anchored nostalgia. Eight of Pentacles honored quiet devotion. King of Swords confirmed intellectual desire. The Lovers declared soul choosing. Nine of Pentacles worshipped your freedom. Five of Wands exposed their battle. Wheel of Fortune turned your season, and the world granted wholeness fully. Two of Cups sealed everything with mutual recognition, confirming that equal desire lives on both sides forever. This is real. Every signal you received during this reading was your spirit recognizing truth being spoken aloud. If any moment resonated deeply, come back and share when it manifests, because I am certain it will. Thank you for staying through every card, every truth, and every confession this entire reading uncovered today. Your presence was powerful, and I am deeply grateful you trusted this experience with your whole open heart. The wheel confirms a major cycle in your life is completing and a brand new one